especially talking about people of the Fae.
Yes.
I love your research into that. It is something that we bring up on the show very, very regularly, and in conjunction with not only cryptozoological research, but also UFO UAP. And that is the idea that there may be something out there, Nikki, that is kind of using the trope of our mind as far as what we would be comfortable with in a situation. So how long have you been researching people of the Fae?
Well, that's a great question because I feel like I've been doing it my whole life. I would say a good 10 years. I'd say a good 10 years for here. And I'm not really sure what started it all. I mean, I think it's so just various paranormal experiences throughout my whole life, which I think we've talked about.
Sure.
But as I started researching the Fae and understanding how many things are connected, and so one perfect example is seeing shadow people, something I've seen forever. And then as you dig into the Fae and you dig into folklore and you look across the universe, whether it's the universe, whether it's a family.
Soon enough.
Right?
We'll be there soon enough.
Well, whether it's a family or a community or a country or a continent, they all have the same type of lore, but they call things something different.
Yeah.
Shadow people, it's the same thing. And that's how I got into
Yeah.
into
And
this.
the example I give people most of the time is travel the world and ask somebody what a dog says.
Right.
Because we
Same
say woof woof. You go to Italy, it's oof oof.
Yeah.
You go to Japan, it's something else. Like
But it's the same.
It's
It's
literally a word that is there to describe the sound that something makes, but the way that we even hear that sound is different culturally.
Yeah.
And the way that we interpret that sound is different culturally, despite the fact of you could get that exact same dog from Japan in a room right here with one from Texas, and they're going to bark the same if they're like,
It's still a
pretty
dog.
much it's going to
Yes.
sound like a dog.
It's still a dog.
We're still going to say, hey, he just said woof woof. And they're going to go, wow, that was an awesome woof woof from that dog. You know, so it's the idea of nomenclature, even in science. You know, that was something that we talked about this last year whenever I presented on the remote viewing cruise, is the idea of, are we using the same nomenclature? It's great that you're talking with a remote viewer and you're part of a team with a remote viewer in Germany. But when you use the term analytic overlay, culturally, does that mean the same thing in German that it means here in America?